Hello, my name is Barbara Olivieri and I'm the Area Director for Area G2. The Area G2 is composed by 4 clubs coming from 4 different cities of the north part of Italy, starting from Genova, Vierzali Toaster, and Milanese Toastmaster Club of Milano, Toastmaster Verona from Verona, and Toastmaster Vicenza of Vicenza, city of Vicenza. Today my task is to share with you some suggestion and information about one of the important duties an area director has. Because as you know, the area director is a very challenge roles that has important tasks, important duties that are organize club officer training twice per year, 2 times per year, plan and organize area contest 2 times per year, and last but not least, visit club, almost 75% of the club of your area 2 times per year. And there is an important calendar about this, about the area visit. And you have 2 rounds to do this. The first round starting from 1st July and finish at the end of November. And the second round start from 1st January and will close at the end of May, at 31st. And to help you to do this, to help you to sign, to take notes about what you see during your visit, you have an important report that is this club visit report. That in this slide you can see in a small size, but here we can see in a big size, so we can examine together the part of this important report, this important form that help you to write down and take notes during your area visit. First of all, this form is composed by 6 sections that we can see here together, and this is the first impression section, the membership orientation, the fellowship variety and communication, program planning and meeting organization, membership strengths, and achievement recognition. And if you know the moment of truth, one of the important education that every club is suggested to do almost 1 time per year in the middle of the academic year of Toastmaster, you can see that there is interesting similarities between the area visit report, the club visit report, and the moment of truth, because the sections are the same. For each section, you must fill some part with your impression, with your notes, and answer to some question, some synthetic question. For example, if we can examine together the first impression section, we can see that it is divided in some part. The first one is a describing part. When you enter as a guest inside a club, what can you see? What is the atmosphere of the club? What is your impression about the meeting, the location, the setup, the friendliness of members? Here you can fill with a lot of words, with your personal impression, with your personal thinking. What can you see if you put yourself inside the shoes of a guest? So here you can express your opinion and describe what you see. The second part is composed by several synthetics question about the guest warm welcome, about the information, if the guests are introduced by to club members, if the guests are invited to address the club or invited back. And in this section, you can answer just yes or no. So it's a very short part, the synthetic part that you can check with some thick. One of the most, and the third part, and one of the most important part is dedicated to the current branded material. As you know, Toastmaster has a strong brand, and there is a lot of rules and interesting rules on how to use it. In this part, you can describe if the club use the material, the official material, official form of the Toastmaster, about the evaluation form, about the banner, about guest packets, if the club give to the guest, for example, the Toastmaster magazine, and so on. The fourth and final part of the first impression section is dedicated, and this part is common to all sections, is dedicated to three important feedback similar to our common use to give feedback, the sandwich one. What does the club do well? Here you can describe what is very good for you about the club. For example, a warmly welcome of the guest, the excellent given information, and so on. The presentation, how the guests are presented to all members, and so on. In this part, you can give specific action about how can the club improve. Don't tell a lot of things. Be synthetic and give some important and focus instruction, suggestion or recommendation on how the club can improve its way to do. The third part is dedicated to you as a district officer and is dedicated to the district. How the district and you can help the club to improve itself. So this is the more operating area. Instruction in this part and suggestion for you and suggestion for the district. About the membership orientation, the structure is the same. You have a part where you can write some notes, you can write some notes about your personal, your impression on how you see what can you see when you are here, and impression and description received by the Vice President membership and the Vice President Public Relations and the Vice President Education about membership orientation. And then the final part that is exactly the same of the first section. What does the club do well? How can the club improve? And how can the district and I do to help the club improve? About the fellowship variety, the third part is dedicated to the fellowship variety and communication, is more focused on the public relation and how the club communicates to members, with guests, with the outside of the club life. So, and this communication pass through the meeting. How our meetings are made enjoyable. How about the table topic, if the members are supportive of one another. How does the club communicate? So club, how communicate to member and with guests. Talk and ask, above all, in the first round, to the Vice President membership and the Vice President public relation about the communication with the members and with the guests. Here there is mention about the the use of the Toastmaster International website. If the members use, as we see in the first section, if the members use official materials, logos, images, and templates resources, because as you know, the Toastmaster brand is a strong brand and we must take care about it. This is dedicated to how the club members participate outside of the club meetings, how the club is able to involve members in the life outside the club meeting. Members participate to the speechcraft, members participate to the area contest, members participate to the division and district contest, and so on. And the final part is the same of the previous section. How does the club do well? How can it improve? And how you can help them. Another important part is dedicated to the program planning and meeting organization. This is an important part about the planning of the club life, and is strictly interconnected with the club, the planning of the club life for the entire Toastmaster years. So you have a first part dedicated to the synthetic yes or no question. This part is dedicated to the planning. What can you see when you visit the club? The meeting is well organized, how the meeting is leading, and so on. And then we find another, for each section, the same final part about the suggestion and the help. The membership strength is one of the most important tasks. To participate to the DCP, to the Distinguished Club Program, it's important that club have 20 or more members. So check the Distinguished Club status on Toastmaster website to have an overview on how the club are going, and help the club to grow if you notice that the club is under strength, so have less than 20 members. And this is another part dedicated to the description. So if the club promote membership growth, it's important if the club is an under-strength situation. How the club do to retain members, because it happens sometimes that some guests decide to subscribe, to join Toastmaster, and after a few meetings it disappears. So it's an important, this part is important about the feedback for the Vice President membership and Vice President education. The third part is more important in the second round, because it asks you to write some names of members that could be interested in district roles for their Advanced Leader Silver. About the achievement recognition, this is an important task about the awards. The awards, it's important for the self-esteem of a member, to award a member about personal goals and about goals achieved in Toastmaster is very important to enforce the membership. So talk above all in the first round with to the area council, the president, the vice president education, and the vice president membership ask about this, and observe when you visit the club what happened inside the club life, inside a club meeting. If some members achieve a special awards, observe if the member is mentioned and is awarded. And this is the final part, the last pages of the area visit, of the club visit report, when you can write here what can you see inside the Distinguished Club report on the Toastmaster website. And this is the last page, and we can see just some few seconds in the last few seconds. And this is the page, the website, on the website of Toastmaster, when you can see the status of the club you are visiting in that moment, and you can write here what happened. It's important in this part that you ask at the beginning of the year, during your first round, who are the member will achieve some important goals about the competent communicators, the communicators awards, and the leadership awards. It's important that you ask it to the members, to your area council, in order to fill the form and to help the club to plan the activity, to give the opportunity to the members to achieve this goal. And as I mentioned in a previous, at the beginning of this small webinar, the club visit report is structured as a moment of truth. This is the screenshot of the moment of truth, and you can see that the sections are the same: first impression, membership orientation, fellowship, variety and communication, program planning and meeting organization, membership strengths and achievement recognition. And so you can see, you can have an overview that the moment of truth, that is an important moment inside the club life, is strictly interconnected with the club life, and is strictly interconnected to the Distinguished Club program, and is strictly interconnected to the club visit report. So it's different tasks that works together. When you did your visit, it's time to report on the Toastmaster website, to register your club visit report on the Toastmaster website. So you find the online form that you must fill directly online, not upload your PDF form. And you find the Submit Area Director Club Visit inside the Toastmaster, my Toastmaster profile, District Central. So you log in with your credential, you go to the Leadership Central, you click on District Central, and you see Conduct District Business, and click on the Submit Area Director Club Visit Report. And so you write inside the online form what you observe and what you write down in your PDF form. This is the screenshot of the first window you can see when you click on the Submit Area Director Club Visit Report. When you complete your online form, you receive an email that is a receipt that is also useful for you to ask for the reimbursement if you visit a club outside your cities. And this email, where you can see what you write, is sent not only to you as an area director, but also to the district director, program quality director, the club growth director, you and your division director and the president of the club you visit. Some final suggestion to help you to plan it as best as you can your activities, about your area director roles. I suggest you that at the beginning of the round visit to communicate dates of your visit. Write to your area council and share with them your calendar of your club visit report. So you help you to plan in a better way and help the club to focus on some initial step to prepare to the club visit. 1 week before, above all in the first round, send to executive committee the club visit report, the form, the blank form, and then distinguished club report. So the screenshot or this part, I'm talking about this part that you can download in a PDF form. Send this the screenshot of the situation at that moment of your visit and the club visit report, the PDF, the blank PDF, so the club, your area council, the executive committee can focus on the task, on the task and on the important things that you are you focus on during your visit. After your visit, above all in the first round, send the draft form of your club visit report and ask for some information, because, for example, you can ask for information about the club distinguished club plan and other information about how the club communicate outside, which instruments, with which application use, for example, Eventbrite or so on, to share with the web the meeting, and so on. So this is some 3 important milestones in my opinion to keep in mind. Beginning, communicate the calendar. 1 week before, send the club visit report and the distinguished club report, and after your visit, above all in the first round, send the draft form of your club visit report for comments. This is some resources where you can read and find more information. The district leadership handbook is one of the important, it's the manual, the mother of manual for the district leader. Serving clubs through visit is one and important interesting resource, and club visit report is the PDF format that we examine together. So thank you for your attention. I spent more time to explain to you this important task, but I prefer to tell you more than to be synthetic. And if you need more information, this is my email, and you can ask me and write me more information if you need more clarification. Thank you very much, and good luck to the incoming area director.